Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Niners take over. First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot.
Now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect him. It means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
He's got Adams on the hookup. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
At the 9-yard line.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check. Lucky. Check 37. Right now. You got 58.
Here's Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing losing yardage to the 9. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Crosby on for the field goal. A 26-yard.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
17.
That drive took him inside to 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right? Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 37.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Jones. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get him with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
On the tackle. That's a gain of 3.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This will be a 37-yard attempt.
37-yard attempt.
And Crosby puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Taken in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
Once again, it's Mostert. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pinned their...
He rifles one that's intercepted.
I'm the best in the game.
Picked off near the 26. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is now 24.
good. Makes the score Packers 27, 49ers 3. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
8-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Preston Smith there on the stop. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down, San Francisco.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Alexander.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Again looking for Samuel, this time the catch made. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage there to knock that one away. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Here we go. 180. 11.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. But now it's third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Preston Smith in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Again, it's Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 48 yards on the ground. Now a first down carry by Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
This is Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They got to get to the 23 here on third. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. The kick by Crosby is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that.
And now off to the races. slices down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 77 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Adams has it complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that.
Watch the whip. Switch. He's checking.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
And a 49er first down.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the third time. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Second and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Second and 12.
He's scared. Sponge.
Rodgers throwing here. His throw incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for. And it's second down.
Second and 10.
To throw again, Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Back at the 18.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And that is incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And Crosby puts it through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Tonight's final score, Packers